Hi folks, sorry I hadn't got around to making any more videos. Bear with me though, because I'm not sure how long this is going to last. But anyway, I've had some car issues. We had ice where I live, and that affected the power where I live, like at my house and at several other places. And honestly, I've just been a wee bit lazy, so I haven't got around to making these other videos yet, and I do apologize for that. I really did want to get them done. Especially now that I have a phone that's working so much better than my iPhone was working when I had it. So I did discover that apparently I didn't hardly take any notes on Group B. I didn't write anything down about the clues hardly on them at all. I just kind of wrote down what the characters were, who I thought they were, and who the ones were that were revealed. So those videos will probably be pretty short, and I'm going to do one on them now, because if I recall right, the way that they did it was Group A went first, then Group B, then Group A, then Group B, which had me wondering why we hadn't seen Group C yet. And whenever we finally got to see Group C, somebody said that the reason was, or that something about now that the NACC or something. Anyway, now that some kind of tournament was over, we finally got to meet Group C, making it sound like we hadn't met them yet because the show wasn't on the week before that. I think it was Joey that made a comment about that on a video that he did, and I was like, but in my honest opinion, it should have gone Group A, Group B, Group C, but it went Group A, Group B, Group A, Group B, and then Group C, and that kind of had me wondering if maybe one of the people in Group C is in the sport that tournament was for, but I can't even remember what the tournament was actually now, so who knows. But so I want to talk about Group B, which was on episode 2, and Group B was the group that had 6 people in it, 6 characters you might remember, which were the Crocodile, Baby Alien, Seahorse, Whatchamacallit. I have Whatchamacallit written down, and I'm going, wait, that's not right, but that I'm thinking a thingamajig, so yes, Whatchamacallit. Serpent and Gremlin were the 6 that were in Group B. So the first one of them to perform, I think I have them in the order that they performed on episode 2 anyway, was Crocodile. And I'm not sure exactly what it was. There was something about the way that Crocodile moved, carried himself, stuff like that, that made me think that maybe he was JC Chazes of NSYNC. And then I also wrote RuPaul down on Crocodile, which I think had something to do with some of the clues that were actually on episode 4. It was talking about having a family reunion in 2014. I'm pretty sure it was Crocodile that said that, and it seems like there were references made to Atlanta a lot around that same time, and RuPaul started doing his drag stuff in Atlanta, and they did they did a reunion. I don't remember if it was for RuPaul's Drag Race or if it was just like a general drag queen reunion type thing that they did in Atlanta in 2014. So I was like, maybe Crocodile is RuPaul. But like I said, those clues might have been on episode 4. I don't remember for sure because I don't have this written down very well. And for some reason I have episode 3 on here for this group, but I was mixing my notes all up, and I had actually intended to watch quite a few of these episodes again, and I haven't got around to doing that, so I apologize for that. So the next character that performed was Baby Alien, which did turn out to be a man, and I was almost certain that it was Jeff Dunham because he had to work the puppet. It was the first one that had a puppet on it, and he did work the puppet on it and did a very good job of that. So I'm going, it has to be Jeff Dunham. When the judges are doing their guesses, they're not even considering whether or not these are people who have talent doing a puppet. And one of the judges eventually ended up deciding that maybe it was Jeff Dunham, but then that wasn't their final guess for the Baby Alien. And he did there were clues on there about Broadway, something that had to do with Broadway. And Jeff Dunham, before he did the whole comedian puppeteer thing, did a couple of shows off Broadway, if I recall correctly. So I was like, yeah, it's probably him. And then the next one that performed was Seahorse, and I apologize that I did not do a better job taking notes on these clues. But the next one that performed was Seahorse, and there was stuff on there that referred to a ranch, is the only thing I have written down from the clues. During part of these episodes also, I was sick. I had a virus that was not the coronavirus, but I did have a virus. So for that reason, that might be part of why I didn't take very many notes. But so for Seahorse, with the notes about that, it showed like she lived way out away and she liked the sticks, and I'm pretty sure that's the one that said something about she likes to feel the sand on her feet or sand in her toes or something like that. And so Lady Gaga owns a ranch, and I was like, well, I mean, it could be Lady Gaga. No one's really touring right now, and like a lot of celebrities are not doing anything else right now, so it could possibly be Lady Gaga because she owns a ranch. And excuse me, I have another note on that, but I'm pretty sure that's from the other episode because, like I said, I kind of didn't do very good taking notes on this group at all, which is not because they're not a good group. They all performed wonderfully on this episode. The two that I thought performed the worst on episode 2, unfortunately, were Gremlin, which I think was more of an emotion thing, and I want to say the other one I thought performed worse might have been Crocodile. But Gremlin, the song that he chose, was written and performed by a close friend of his who had recently passed away. So there was so much emotion in his singing. I feel like, had he chose a better song, he might have done a better job of singing it. But he did a great job commemorating his friend who had written this song. But back to Whatchamacallit. So for Whatchamacallit, I did write a couple of clues down for it. They showed a picture of a panther, and he said something about being shy. And so I was like, well, maybe it's Cam Newton, because Cam Newton was a quarterback for the Carolina Panthers. I'm sure pretty much everyone knows that. I don't know about Cam Newton being shy, because like as soon as he became the quarterback, he was going out and doing I can't think of he was doing volunteer work, he was doing benefits, like he was doing stuff to help better his community, the community where he was playing football and such. So I don't know really about him being shy. It doesn't mean that he wasn't shy at one point in time, but I don't see him really being shy. And then the next one that performed was Serpent, who I thought maybe was P. Diddy. If I recall correctly, he did kind of a hip-hop song. I really need to rewatch these, take some better notes, and be like, hey, you know what? I was totally wrong about the song that person sang or whatever. I really do apologize that I haven't made better notes on this. And then the last person that performed was Gremlin, who I thought I had guessed on past episodes that maybe some of the different characters were John Witherspoon, who plays the dad on Friday. He can sing, and he's older, and I was like, well, maybe he was real close to this guy, and he let his emotions get in the way, and something happened on episode 2 that had never happened before, which was that the person that was in the costume, they say that they're so hot, it's kind of hard to breathe in there, and stuffy and whatnot, and the person that was in the outfit for the Gremlin just couldn't stand being in the suit a minute sooner. And also, I'm pretty sure that he was like, I don't feel like I did the greatest performing, so they're probably going to vote me to go home anyway. But they didn't even end up voting because he went ahead and took off his mask, the head of his costume. And his costume was cute. I was trying to remember what it looked like. I was like, I don't even remember what it looked like. So, like, you better bring it in your performance. And in my opinion, he did bring it. It was heartfelt. It was compassionate, extremely emotional. And when he took off the outfit, it turned out to be Mickey Rourke, which some of the judges had thought that it might have been him. But that was who Gremlin was Mickey Rourke. And so that left in Group B Crocodile, Baby Alien, Seahorse, Whatchamacallit, and Serpent. So I don't want these videos to be too long so that you can watch all of the video at one time and not have to watch it in small parts like I sometimes do The Masked Singer and various other things. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this one now, and then I'm going to make another one about Group A, which for some reason I took better notes on. But anyway, my son is donating plasma, so I should be here for a little bit. It's hard to say. Maybe I should start my car back now that I think about it, because I've been having some battery issues, so hopefully that won't interfere with the sound on my next video. I've done a couple of videos since I got this Samsung Galaxy S20 FE, and there have been people next to me like playing music that was loud, or drive past playing music that was loud, and it doesn't come in on the video. It just occurred to me I might be holding my hand where my microphone is. Hope not. But anyway, everyone have a good whatever time of day or night it is in your part of the world, and see you real soon.